Hi, my name is Biker Gnome, and this is my channel, and this is some of the areas that I'll try to be getting to here, there, off and on throughout my recordings. And that is, I don't know if you can see the symbol on the side of it, my motorcycle. It is a Ural sidecar 2021 model. And this is what we'll be taking our adventures on in some areas like this, and getting out, riding around, doing things, looking at scenery like this, and just getting out doing stuff. Let's go ahead and see if we can't get this bad boy up and going. We're ready to go. Close this visor. Make sure we're in forward. And here we go. Don't have to worry about nobody coming from that way, I don't think. On that long dirt road. Yeah, I've got a few mirrors. Put one over there for my kid. I think I'm gonna have to do some adjusting on it, or just do away with the mirror altogether. I don't want to, but it just might come down to it. I don't know yet. I might have to check to see if I need to tighten it up. Cut down the bolt a little shorter or something. It's a hit and miss with that thing. It was not intended for the purposes that it's being used for, but it's fitting in pretty good. I might see if I can't pull it up some more where it's at a higher angle than what it's in. It's a fiddle thing. I'll just have to fiddle with it until I can figure it out. Bumpy. Gotta love these old gravel roads. Every once in a while they'll get washboard on them, and man, it's a doozy. That's pretty. Bumps. I just hope I don't come across somebody flying down through here. Oh, it's nice and pleasant out through here. It's comfy. I know when I was looking into actually purchasing Urals like this, that one of the issues for new riders of it was forgetting that there was some width to these things, and sometimes forgetting that, you know, there's a sidecar attached to this bike. I don't know. I'm just going by what I read, where people was having accidents. Some people having accidents, you know, by forgetting that they're a bit wider than what they than a normal motorcycle. It's almost like having two motorcycles here. I'm trying to avoid the washboard and ruts. I can't make no promises. I'm hoping it's pretty smooth. We'll just have to wait and see in the editing, and I'll see if I can smooth it out some there if possible. This is a little gravel road, as you can tell. It's kind of obvious, but a little area called Brasstown Falls. There was a pretty good bit of people out there camping, and I didn't want to interrupt them with me, you know, walking around cameraing, videoing, and kind of talking y'all through this. So I'll come out here another day. I'll kind of pop out here every once in a while and see if, you know, how crowded it is, and if I can do something without interrupting people having to go get, trying to enjoy themselves. Now there's a barbecue joint right there that I'm going to see if we can't come up here with me and my family and investigate and see what we can get into. I want to try it out. Now, they're only open 2 days a week, and they're only open from 4 o'clock in the evening to 9 o'clock at night. And that's Fridays and Saturdays. And I have to say, that is a pretty house. A very pretty house. Yes, I like it. I like it a lot. And after I got sidetracked and everything, wow, there's a lot of nice houses out here. Who would have thought? But as I said, when, you know, I started this, I kind of want to go to places like this, kind of take you guys on my travels to places that I go to. I might have to get more batteries or figure out a way to wire this bad boy up to where I've got a lot of juice going without having to worry about battery dying. Basically running out of SD card before I run out of juice for the camera. There's some tricks of the trade that I've seen that people have figured out over time. I'm going to experiment with those and see if I can't try them out. I've got a 12 volt accessory port in the sidecar. It come with it. It was a European style plug, but I've got the adapter, and I also use a Y adapter, because just in case in the winter time when our youngest daughter's riding with me and we're out doing our little weekend family rides or whatever, our little family time rides, we've got her a little cell phone that's been retired from service that we've put a couple apps on, and I'll basically put mine right here and hotspot her phone so she can watch YouTube, Netflix. I've got a iHeart radio station set up for her with kid-friendly music that she can listen to, and enjoy the scenery with us, or play a couple little games on the phone, whatever it might be. We'll just have to play it by ear and go from there. But I kind of went away from topic and back to topic. I really want to try out that barbecue place. I'm not a big fan of barbecue, but I like good barbecue when I can find it. And sometimes it's hard to find good barbecue. And now that we're getting up to somewhat ramming speed, heading around these curves and everything. Going as fast as we somewhat can. Memory is correct, it's 55 miles an hour through here, as odd as that sounds. I guess they figure you live around in this area long enough, and if you rode just, okay Chad, you're in fourth gear, dude. You're in fourth gear, you're maxed out, you can't get up faster. As I said, I guess they figure if you've been around here long enough, you should be able to take this road at 55 miles an hour. I've seen people go faster. I go as fast as my little motorcycle will let me go. Sometimes she scooter poops pretty good, and sometimes she just wants to poop without the scooter part. That's all good. We're now traveling down a road. This is what they call Lone Creek Highway. It's got all kinds of different names. It runs from Westminster, South Carolina, all the way out. Well, the section that we're on right now, it runs from Westminster, South Carolina to Clayton, Georgia, through the mountains with a couple curves and some nice banks. kind of like the area that I'm located at. We're right in like the tri-state of Georgia, North Carolina, and South Carolina area. So if we want mountains, we ain't got to go far to get in mountains. We have Table Rock, Sassafras Mountain, Caesar's Head's kind of on the outskirts, but it's close enough to us that we could go there. And these are all part of what they call the Pinnacle Mountains, which is, unless I'm wrong, I can be corrected in the comments by somebody that knows this more than me. But unless I stand corrected, we're kind of like in the foothill areas of the Blue Ridge Mountains. At least those mountains anyway. Ooh, we going good now. And yes, we're still in fourth gear. We never downshifted. It's a beautiful little country area, especially the areas that I like to ride in, which is like up and down and around in the mountains. We've got Mountain Rest, which has the Stump House Tunnel, which was a tunnel that the Confederates were trying to build during the Civil War to be able to get supplies from one side of the mountain to the other side of the mountain without having to go up over the mountain or down and around the mountain. They were going to go through the mountain. Well, it never really got finished, and local university, I don't know if they still do it or not, but Clemson University uses or has used it in the past to H their blue cheese. Dusty. From the college, made at the college, and they would age it there in the Stump House Tunnel. Golly. That dried me out. So we've got a little bit of history around here. You know, you can kind of have to overlook some of the bad part for the good part. I mean, it can't all be good all the time, every time. We're still recording, yes. Hot diggity dog. You never know with these GoPro batteries. Usually, me and the family, we'll load up, we'll kind of cruise around. And then, every once in a while, when I need kind of like my own time, while the kids are at school, this is going to get harder with summertime right around the corner now. But when the kids are at school, I'll kind of go for a solo ride. And I'm hoping that I can get everything set that I'll have at least one video a week for a while. Then as I get everything straightened out and in the good, I might kind of throw in some videos here and there. I'll do some gear reviews of some stuff I've got, like these dirt bike gloves that I'm wearing that I use for my motorcycle gloves. Not a whole lot of protection, but works great in the summertime when it's hot. I know if I spill on that pavement, it won't last long before, you know, my hands are shredded. And I know I'm not wearing a jacket, but I've got a few jackets and a vest that I can do reviews on. Most of it's, I think Speed and Strength, maybe Street and Steel. I know it's one of those. that I can do some like little reviews on those. Give my personal opinions of how it is, you know, my likes, dislikes, this, that, and the other. Then when we go on like the longer rides, I might make like little, it would be hard for me to record like commentary like what I'm doing right now, because we usually have our cardos on so that we can talk to each other, you know, break the monotony of just riding. And, you know, might have to make a bathroom stop or a gas stop, stuff like that. Laughing at people checking out the bike, taking pictures of the bike, asking questions about the bike when we're stopped. Our 10-year-old daughter giving everybody it started off as a 10-cent tour, but now she's kind of worked it up to like the $10 tour for free. She walks them around the ins and outs of what she knows, and she tells them real quick like where she sits at. She sits right there in that sidecar, and she tells them how much fun she has, and she shows off her little bicycle horn. It's not every day that you can get children into something that you're into and them enjoy it. Now, you know, she might grow out of it one day and not like riding in it no more. When that time period comes, that time period comes. She might ride until she wants to get her own permit one day and get her own motorcycle. Hey, well, go from permit to motorcycle license, but you kind of understand what I mean. I know at one point a 17-year-old daughter, she wanted to get her motorcycle permit and license and get a bike too. I would like to see her get that fulfilled one day. And I don't have a problem with doing what I can to make that a possibility if she still wants to do it. Her mom has a Can-Am Spider, and she found out that, well, her mom told her, she's like, well, you know, with your dad's bike, or stepdad's bike, you have to have a motorcycle license, and you do for this. With the Can-Am trikes and most other trikes that I know of, in our state and a couple of states surrounding, you don't have to have a motorcycle license. You can get by with a standard car, truck, you know, your standard regular driver's license. You don't have to jump through the hurdles. It's a bit of a different organism when you're riding those. If I can word that properly. We like doing things as a family because there's not really a whole lot of time. I'm pretty much a stay-at-home dad because of an accident that I was involved in a few years back, and it's kind of limited me to what I can do, where my wife works full-time, works third shift, and literally ghost town gas station, but not really a ghost town. But anyway, like I was saying, she works third shift, and she works alternating weekends, so it's not all the time until here when summer gets here that she'll be able to do more with the kids while they're out from school. Now, the 17-year-old, she's picked up some extracurricular activities, and she'll be spending a lot of her summer practicing with her team. With the color guard for the band for the high school that she goes to. And they kind of gave them a heads up, it's like at the meeting that we were at, to kind of introduce them on what they're going to have to get to, and kind of let the parents know what, you know, the gist of this is going to be. That comes first. And if there's problems, you know, you kind of need to give us a heads up now, not wait until you are trying to kill yourself between that and the color guard, or that. It's hard to explain. Anyway, because she also has a part-time job, and her doing the extracurricular activities is going to interfere with, you know, her work. Her work's hopefully going to work around those issues and kind of let her enjoy after this summer. It'll be her last year of school, and she's got some dreams that she wants to do, and I'd like to see them be fulfilled. Okie dokie, artichokey. Yes, there's somebody behind you. Yes, I'm looking at you. I see you. Little old town of Westminster, South Carolina. See, that's what's so great. If I could, well, if I could get turned around just right, I could show you, you know, a view of the Blue Ridge Mountains that kind of outskirts us way out of town. That's what we might get my daughter, the Can-Am Riker. It's a sportier version of the Spider, and it'll probably be one of those. If she does get one, we'll basically, you know, when we're riding, she's gonna be middle of the pack, just because, until she gets comfortable. And I get comfortable with her riding it and her riding style, and she figures out her riding style. Being fourth. No need in doing that. We're now leaving the little small town of Westminster, South Carolina. More motorcycle people. Woohoo! That's my people. And when she gets her free time and everything, that she can do more stuff, and we can get her to join in on our explorations of our little tri-state area. Come on. I know you want to. How you doing? Oh, it's an Impreza. It's just, you know, we're going to do what we can. Try to enjoy what time we have together as we can. As everybody matures and gets older and becomes adults and does their own thing and goes out into the world to do their own thing. Don't you go out and do your thing in front of me. Thank you. We'll just have to wait and see, and that was a big bug that bounced off the helmet. I'm pretty sure I rambled through this video and I kind of got off topic and made about 3 or 4 subjects. This is kind of my thing. It's hard for me to stay on topic because my brain don't work right. Or that's the excuse I use. I could go that way and you'd see the Blue Ridge Mountains, but let's see. That was what they call Highway 11, or the Cherokee Scenic Highway. It runs from exit 1 on 85 just as you enter South Carolina at the South Carolina-Georgia state line, and goes all the way around through the mountains and all kinds of other areas here, there, and everywhere else, and right back to 85 in South Carolina at the Gaffney exit, which is like the Gaffney, North Carolina state line. I might have to see if I can travel it one day. I gotta make a lot of free time for that one because that's about like a 4-hour ride. With a lot of hills and a lot of, well, not a lot of curves that I can remember, but I know there's a lot of hills. Stops. We've done a few adventures. Our first one was when we got the bikes back in 2021, August, about mid-August, beginning of August, somewhere right around in there. Our first road trip was to go visit some friends that live out in Pine Mountain, Georgia, LaGrange area, something like that. I'm sure if they see the video, they'll correct me. And that was supposed to be like a 4 to 5 hour ride. We turned it into a 6, almost 7 hour ride. That's because I was getting back into riding a motorcycle and getting used to this, plus my wife was also, she was getting used to her bike, and we were all getting used to making long distance rides. That was our first long distance ride. Oh, I love my Tramp Buster. And that was our first experience, and you know, we kind of went with it with what we could go with it. And the way back, we kind of took our time to making more frequent stops. But we enjoyed it, we had a good time, and made the best out of it. And now we're in downtown Seneca, South Carolina. Well, one of the downtown Seneca, South Carolina. This is the newer part of town, if you really want to call it the newer part. This is the old new. There you go. This is the old new, or to my standards, old new. They keep adding to it and piling more stuff in it. Our local hospital. The Golden Arches. It's a small town, but you know, I love it. I might complain about it. I have my gripes about it, but you know, again, it's one of those, you got to take the good with the bad and just deal with it and make the best out of it. If you stuck around this long, I appreciate it. I mean, I know I kind of ramble and I kind of weave and bob and go everywhere. But I feel the hankering for having to stop and get me a drink, because I was thirsty, and taking a break. Might even get me a snack, who knows. But anyway, as I was saying, if you stuck around this long in the video, I appreciate it. I hope you enjoyed it. Again, my name's Gnome. This is pretty much what I'll be riding most of the time. And I appreciate you coming along for the ride. Have a good one. Stay safe out there. Later.